forever.
Yeah, we were recently just watching it, actually. Like, we literally, this past week, we started watching it again because we're like 3 seasons behind.
Yeah, I feel like I heard bad things about season 4, maybe 4 and 5 or 3 and 4, and then I actually have been hearing good stuff about the new ones.
I think that they're pretty much all.
What season are we on?
I don't know. We're pretty much on. I feel like they're all like pretty much the same. I haven't noticed anything. They're just kind of like all like somewhat clever show, like, you know, clever jokes and stuff, and hidden jokes in like every little bit of the thing. Anyway, I did all of that so that I could show you that we got this thing a while back. It's basically what you're doing, right? Where you have like a light thing, and you're putting something like on top of it like this.
Yes.
That will like glow indeed. Or whatever.
Correct.
Yeah, we got this for like Christmas. I think your sister gave this to us.
Are you sure that didn't come in like a box?
It was I think it was Ashley gave this to us.
Hello T, she's listening while
send
driving.
that to me so I could take it apart.
Oh yeah. No, but I mean you can buy something like these on like Wish or one of those crappy Chinese, like, you know, super
Temu
cheap.
or whatever it's called.
Yeah. You can buy like 20 of these if you wanted to. They have round ones too. And then, you know, I'm just saying, like, if you could avoid having to print a bunch of stuff and just have like a thing that you make for the top of it, that would be cool.
No, but the reason I want to figure this out is because I actually have a couple of others that I have like prototype designs for. I want like this section to be customizable. Do you know what I mean?
So Tony diagnosis 2-hour stream compensation. Hello, Xander. You didn't miss much. You're not really late.
Yeah, it's been a very weird week.
I know. It's been for me it's been the rare long week at work, that usually doesn't really happen. So
what do you mean, like it feels long, or you work extra days?
Yeah. Nah, just a long week, because there's 2 big projects I'm working on that are like coming together at the same time, and a shocking amount of like last minute work that's being done. So it's just been exhausting keeping up with it.
Gotcha.
But I can't complain too much.
So before we started, we were talking about that game. What exactly? Oh yeah. So first of all, you mentioned that Dragon's Dogma is getting like flack on Steam or Stream.
Yeah. No, Steam. It has like mostly negative reviews. It says it's pretty much all the same from what I've seen. Nothing saying like, oh, the graphics suck or there's no story. It's all just like microtransactions in a single player game. But then I did read some stuff later on where like people were like, dude, if you play for like an hour or two, it's like you literally don't have to worry about this. Because I couldn't understand. Like,
did you come across microtransactions?
No, I don't think you can buy them in game.
Can you buy? Well, if you haven't seen them, I guess I was gonna say I think they made it seem like you could either buy something to like reset your character or your look.
So just like Monster Hunter has this exact thing. If you want to redo your character besides hair, you have to buy a thing. They give you one for free, but you have to buy an item, like a cash item.
If you think about it, though, there's a ton of like
I didn't know that.
Single player games like on your phone that has microtransactions.
On your phone, every phone game has.
That's what I'm saying, but like there's.
But this isn't a phone game. That's the thing. It's not like that's not the complaint. It's not that it just has microtransactions.
Well, I understand what they're saying, but I think what they're saying is wrong. Like, I think
why do you wear a hat inside your house?
I just like wearing hats, and then my hair is very.
It's just easier. That's why I always have my hat here.
I know you wear hats all the time. Is that a crazy thing?
I mean, sometimes people like will randomly comment and it's like, "I hate people that wear beanies indoors." It's like,
well, maybe we don't want to keep our heat cranked up to 1,000,000.
It's like, I hate people that tie their hair back inside. Why do your hair? You know, I hate people that wear clothes inside the house.
Yeah,
just walk around
naked.
Why are you
wearing shirts inside?
Some people don't like that though. Like some people get mad about it.
We've gotten quite a few comments about it.
All right, so I looked at all the items that they do have for sale, and So they have some like, so one currency in the game is basically there's gold and then there's like rift stones or whatever it's called. And those are the ones that you use to hire pawns that are higher level than you. But
Okay.
by just playing the game and killing enemies and completing stuff, you get rift stones as well.
Isn't there free pawns too that you found? Like you found ones like created by the developers or something?
Yeah, so they have a bunch that are free up to level 10 that you can get, just that are like not promotional ones, but like made by like pre-generated ones by them.
Is it just so there are some there? Is that pretty much their
I
function?
guess,
So it's
yeah,
not
maybe. But it's kind of like a cheat because at level 1 you can hire a level 10 pawn. And you can hire 2 level 10 pawns because you can hire up to 2 other ones besides your own.
Okay.
So you automatically have that up to level 10. But if you hire them at the same level that you are, you don't have to pay anything. So it's just the higher the difference in level, the more expensive they are. So that's one of the currencies that you can spend a little bit of money to get. But it looks like it's like a pack that you can buy that's like $45 that comes with a bunch of random items, including like a bunch of those. But you can't buy it in game. I haven't seen anywhere where I could purchase it. They're not pushing it. It's basically just seems like it's like a Steam thing that they're giving you like extra stuff that you can buy from Steam. Like it's stupid that people are complaining about it.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was saying before. Is like I agree with them. Like I understand their apprehension at like microtransactions in a single player game.
But
But
time out. No one's forcing you to buy them. Like if you want to buy them, do it. But
for
like,
sure,
I only get pissed off if they make it like you can't progress in the game without them. Like that's what pisses me off.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like I don't think I've seen it for a long time, but I feel like I remember like a pretty big game or a couple where like if you bought something, it was the only way to like, you had to buy the starter pack and then it came with like a double or one-time XP boost forever. Like that stuff I don't like.
Yeah.
But real quick though, what I was gonna say is I agree with these people. Their like idea behind it, if this makes sense, but I think they're just flat out wrong because I saw other people be like, what are these people talking about? Like I played for a couple hours and I like 2 hours, I think they literally said, and they're like, I was able to buy 4 of these packs without spending a cent of real money.
well, that's what I'm
So
saying.
it feels like they're just totally wrong.
What packs are you talking about?
I don't know.
You mean
I
for
didn't
the items that you're
wanna
talking about? Like items that are on the list?
yep. Um and I totally agree with what you said as well. Like no one forces you to buy it. Like I miss loot boxes because it was fun sometimes,
I don't like loot
especially if
boxes.
it's a game. I used to love like especially like a game like League of Legends, right? That's free.
Mhm.
And then every now and again, some buddies of mine and stuff, we would have a couple of drinks, we would play some League of Legends, we would all buy some keys and open a bunch of boxes. It was just I don't know. I just think like I just don't understand
I
complaining
just don't
about it.
like gambling, and that's what that is. It's just gambling.
Yeah. See.
It's like I'm just
You
not
know
a
what's
fan.
funny?
I can't give myself like permission to waste money like that. Like just
Dude,
for a chance that I'm gonna get a shiny outfit. You know what I mean? Like it's just I'd rather just not do it because it's just like the chances that I get something good very low. Just don't. I
you
don't
know what's
wanna.
funny though is like I like the gamble of getting like some really rare stuff, which like I have in like League of Legends, but in real life, like like even like to put like $10 down to gamble at a casino, like that's a harder decision than like buying like
Yeah.
when I would buy like loot boxes. So I kind of agree with you there. But
Tony
yeah, the
said
Dragon's
Ubisoft
Dogma,
had
it seems like a
microtransactions in their single player games, but they were for cosmetics.
yeah, that Avatar game has a bunch of like
That's crazy.
I don't like useless stuff like
Yeah.
trinkets for your weapons, skins for your Ecron or whatever they're called. Totally useless cosmetics.
I'm gonna look up the microtransaction list so I can tell you what they are.
But so far, from what I gather with Dragon's Dogma,
Mm-hmm.
so far that's two big games in a row where I think they did the right thing between them and Helldivers, where Helldivers you can get it all in game. Like that's way better, dude,
Yeah.
in my opinion, than a lot of what we've
I mean,
seen.
you're gonna always have those people that don't want to work for what they can pay for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
You
mean?
can also
So, like,
buy like I don't know if you can buy it more than once, but you can buy it from a vendor in the thing, the redesign,
cosmetic
the
thing?
redesign thing for you can just change
that's
your hair and makeup and stuff for free, just like Monster Hunter. It's exactly like Monster Hunter because that's how it is in that. But if you want to do the thing, you have to pay. But in I saw one for sale that was only like 500 Rift crystals, which I don't know how many I have, like a couple thousand now or something. So it's
See,
not.
exactly. So you're pretty much saying exactly like what that one guy said, where he was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Dude, what are you guys crying about?" Like, I think he literally said, "I played for an hour, maybe 2 hours."
Yeah.
Um, and he was like, "Dude, I could buy like 4 or 5 of these
Yeah, yeah.
already."
So
I
there's
People just
a
complain.
camping kit which is sold at stores. A music and sound collection. That's
Okay.
just stupid stuff that you can buy.
Yeah.
Some lore, some harpy lore thing. Um, I don't know, some pendant. Uh, and then the wake stones, which are like revive stones. It's weird though because it says wake
Okay.
stone ABCDE. So does that mean you can only buy it 5 times? Like real money 5 times? But yeah, the
Maybe.
kit like the entire thing is 41.79. So I don't know, man. It's just people like it's just that they it's a game. It's a game that wants to make
Yeah.
money. Like that's how it is.
Well,
It is what it is.
that's like when some games, like the one that sticks out to me for some reason is like Arkham Knight or City or something, and
Hmm.
it's like, dude, they're so crazy with these cosmetics that they had to make a chart to show where you had to buy it to get it. It's like if you want all of the Batman suits, you got to buy like 5 copies of this game. It's like, dude,
What's it called though?
who
The
cares
one
about these suits?
where was it? With the one with all the kids basically in it. Without
The
Batman.
kids?
Yeah, they had all the Bat
Oh,
family minus
Gotham
Batman.
Knights, maybe?
Gotham Knights.
Was
Yeah,
it
Gotham
Gotham
Knights
Knights?
was like just as bad as the Marvel Avengers game.
That was my
Was
stomach.
that?
Oh, it
Did you
was.
look at the
Uh,
ground?
I thought it was a dog. I can't hear. I have headphones in. Did you hear it, Mike? Her stomach?
It was
Oh,
like,
No, I didn't hear
"Ring."
anything.
it sounded
Dude,
like.
my stomach will never be the same. I swear. Like after having surgery, like the antibiotics or something, like it's been gurgly and horrible for like a week now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but the game doesn't
Hopefully it gets
feel
better.
like it definitely doesn't feel like a Ubisoft like open world game
That's
at
good.
all because yeah, it just
It very much has like a Monster Hunter look.
yeah, yeah. The armor looks really good.
You said like you could tell it was only 30 frames when you were sitting close to the TV.
Yeah, yeah. Like so I play on the big TV, right? So like if I sat really close to it where it was taking up like this much of my vision, I could feel it. I could tell that it was like
You could see the
I could see
individual frames,
I could
like
see
film.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. But if I sat back like
got it.
normal, like you would in front of a monitor, like at a normal
Yeah.
distance, it felt normal. It felt fine.
So are you? Can you clearly tell the difference between, in general, I'm saying,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
60 and a 30
yeah,
frame game?
yeah.
So this one doesn't bother you though?
No, it only bothers. Like I said, if I
Okay.
can't sit up close to it, like Helldivers, I can sit up close. I don't mind. Sometimes I need to just sit up close because for my back. Like when I sit up
Yeah.
close, I have something to lean my back. Otherwise, I'm sitting on the bed with like the back of the bed
Yeah.
like up against my back and a pillow underneath my
Mhm.
like on my lower back. And then over time, I get uncomfortable. So then I move. But with
Tony said
this,
he had
Okay.
frames drop a little in some buildings.
I think it's just the more NPCs that are on screen
Yeah.
for sure.
That's
Like if
pretty. That's
I'm in a
still
big
pretty common
city,
though.
if I'm in a big city and I'm running around through a bunch of stuff, there's a lot going on. Yeah, it drops. But it's like remember playing Monster Hunter on before PS4 Pro, Monster Hunter World on regular
Kind of.
PlayStation. Like it was just
Yeah.
it wasn't as smooth. And then when Pro came out, it was just like whoa, it was like that. It's just
Okay.
it's 30 frames. I mean, it is what it is. It's
Yeah.
and I don't think
I
that the
don't.
crazy drops are too bad. Like I said, I haven't really
Okay.
noticed it. And the game does have that like weird like mechanic of when you hit something kind of slows down a bit anyway. So it already has that
Yeah.
kind of like pause every, you know what I mean? Like a Capcom like
Yeah.
punching something or hitting something. But
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just surprised that they didn't do like I think a big ask that everybody wanted was a monk class for it. Like a
Yeah.
punching class. That would have been really cool if there was like a monk.
Maybe, dude. Maybe they'll add it, man.
I mean, did you see that chart I made with the
Yes.
with
Yeah.
the things? it just made sense. Like the colors, because of the colors, the way they had the colors set up and the way the old game was, it just made sense. It was stupid that they didn't. You need to open the door for the cat because she's dying. She needs to get in here.
Yeah, that it definitely seems like a bummer that it's getting like I feel like
the first game got a bunch of like, black and stuff, and then it became like a cult classic, like people that like it really liked it.
Wait.
What?
Wait, Mike, say something.
Hello.
Oh, I don't know. Like everything went quiet for a second, and I was like really disoriented.
If I can hear him, you can hear him. We're on.
You guys are having some real sensory problems.
Oh my god!
You guys need to cut back on the caffeine.
We really had. I had a lot of caffeine today. It's gonna be bad.
He's hearing stuff. You're not. No,
her stomach growled. That's what I heard. I just thought, because I have both headphones in, I thought it came from the side, but it was from her stomach.
How was your week? Funny. It was all right. How about you? What, boo? Oh my god.
The cat's the worst, dude.
She's used to us now. Like, we've been home all week.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's like, you're my best friend. Right?
So Helldivers, since we haven't really talked about a lot of stuff, they have the flying bugs now. Officially in the game. I don't know if we went over that. And we failed that major order, by the way. So there's,
we failed to extract, but I thought, didn't we?
No, the major order.
Succeed?
The major order.
Oh, the
latest one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Damn, I think that's the first one I've seen failed.
No, there was another one that failed. But that's the thing. I'm pretty sure there was. But that's the thing. Like, it's kind of like a guided story. So I'm assuming that there are going to be some that they want us to fail. So they're going to make it really, really hard. So like the only way that we would succeed is if everyone really like, had those 500 or 400,000, 500,000 people playing all at once and all focused on doing the same thing, because they want the story to unfold a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So
I was really wondering if they're going to ever do anything on Earth, because Earth is there as a planet.
Yeah.
Like, but
there's also everything in between too,
Yeah, and it has because I saw Mars, but it actually has like the territory thing or whatever, and it says like 100%. So like just the fact that it's there, I was kind of like, dude, I wonder if they'll ever like be missions on Mars.
It's what are they called? Not live game. What is it? Live service game or whatever. So they have stuff planned. They probably have a general idea of what they want to do, and now they just have to have us. They've described the game master, right? Like the DM basically, the dungeon master of the game is kind of like running it behind the scenes, and that's kind of what they're doing. They're gonna have us do stuff, and then depending on how we do, it's gonna determine what happens next. Like the termicide or whatever that we use. I know that probably nobody else here plays the game, but that whole mission is probably they're implying, based on the story, is that's what's causing these flying bugs. So because there was some sort of mutation that caused some to die,
that's
some
cool, dude,
to evolve, and luckily, they didn't evolve any further, and the people that were responsible for the termicide have been killed. The scientists that came up with it have been eliminated because of their treason, because that's the world that Helldivers lives in. So that's kind of like what they're doing, So now the fact that we failed this one, there's going to be some complications, and there's probably going to be the guys taking over some more planets, and then we're going to have to fight them back a bit more. Then we're going to win a couple times, and we'll probably fail again at some point. And then the Illuminids are going to come, and then there's going to be
the Illuminati.
Because they're more like traditional alien looking things, like what you would, like something from Mass Effect or something, like a humanoid like alien species that has like psychic powers and like shields and stuff. And
that'd be cool if we just started losing the war, and like the areas in between started getting like zones, getting closer and closer to Earth.
Well, that's what's gonna happen.
That'd be so dope, though.
That's 100% what's gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, and then they're probably gonna, once the other one, the third race comes, they're probably gonna come in from the top or the bottom, and then maybe they could even add a fourth. The last game only had 3, so.
Are you guys gonna play after this?
No, probably not, because I don't think Jake I haven't talked to Jake all day.
We didn't stream last week because I had surgery on Friday, and Kivox had to take care of me. It's all good. Everything's good now. We go back to work on Monday, which sucks.
Hey,
Yeah, this.
congrats.
It's been nice having a week off.
I hate taking vacations solely because of like the
Having to go back
last
to
day
work.
or two of vacations when you're like, oh my God, I got to go back to regular life next week.
Last time I went on vacation, I had 666 emails when I came back.
The devil.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. I was like, oh my God, I'm never taking vacation ever again.
Oh my God.
But most of the emails are just junk. Like, you know, I don't need to do anything with or I don't need to read, but
Yeah.
it's daunting.
Dude, side note, I'm actually playing that Midnight Suns game, and it's like, it's not bad. It's like fun, but it's like kind of cringe in some ways. Like their Iron Man is very clearly a poor attempt at copying Robert Downey Jr. Like his voice, the jokes, everything. It's pretty cringy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
But
didn't
it's
like
interesting.
the whole, because it's basic. There's microtransactions in that too, right?
Nothing that I've seen yet. I know
Okay.
there are characters that you can add on, maybe skins. I don't know.
Okay. Because I know that like the whole thing is that like there's a bunch of different versions, kind of like different cards of each
Okay, that
like
makes
character,
sense.
you know, like different Wolverines or whatever and all that stuff.
That makes sense.
Which I hate stuff like that.
Osmond, what are you
I just don't
doing?
like it. I just and like, did you ever try playing like a card game, like a card, like a bat, like a what was that? What was that? Was there a WoW one? Was there a WoW like card game?
Are you talking like Hearthstone or whatever?
Hearthstone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did you
I
try
played that
playing
a
that?
little bit.
I
I
can't play
played it
those
a
types
little
of
bit.
games, man. I just
It's too much reading
and
for a game.
it's not that. It's like obviously there's a big learning curve because you got to basically know all the cards and all the abilities and what everybody can do so that you can try to
That
react.
I can't do.
So that you can try to
That.
react to what they're gonna do,
That's what I'm
right?
saying. It's like a lot of
Yeah.
research
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
reading and like I don't like that in games.
Deck building and
Yeah.
stuff sounds
So,
horrible.
but then, like I've tried download, like I like Yu-Gi-Oh, right? I played Yu-Gi-Oh growing up and stuff, and but like I've tried playing like the digital, like on the online version of like the phone version and stuff, which is like, oh, this is cool. I know the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh. I got to like the first game I played, I got wrecked in the second round. Like they just killed me. Like I was just like, okay, I literally couldn't do anything. I drew my card, I put something down, I put something else down, and then they had their turn and they killed me on their first turn. I was just like, that's
Get
not
good,
fun.
bro.
What's the point? It was just like activate this, fusion this, like all other type of fusion, ritual, this other thing. I'm just like, all right, cool. It was just like they were just like drawing a card from the graveyard, putting a card back in the graveyard, grabbing some other card from the deck, now summoning this other
You
thing. Now
spent
that
two
there's
real dollars, so we got to go again.
yeah. It's just that stuff's just crazy.
Tony said Marvel Snap is great.
Yeah, that's another thing. I tried to play that and I was like, this is just the same. Like card games are just, you need the time. You need to have the time and the, you know, and the money a lot of times because you just got to actually spend money, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't have straight up the patience to play a card game. There's a kind of fun card game in Final Fantasy Rebirth, but it's like if you imagine like a chessboard and then you put a thing down and depending on the card it'll capture a certain spot. But then if they put a thing down, they can catch, so you go back and forth like capturing spots where you can put cards.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's like 30 like story missions for it. I think I beat 28 or 29 on my own. And then like the other one I just looked up like a good deck for it. And then all of the challenges were like that because there are challenges that you can do. All those I just watched a video for because I didn't have the patience for. But that was kind of fun.
Wait, so Tony said that's why I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. They take an hour on their first turn.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh wow.
And then you lose. They take an hour and then you lose. It's like, oh great, I just spent, you know, it like I wouldn't say it was an hour, but it was definitely like a minute or two of like stuff happening and then I just lost. I was just like, I didn't get to play the game, so this is getting deleted instantly.
You rage quit.
I just was dumb. I was just like, I can't play. Like, how do you play with like you're gonna play? Because you can't play there was no computer. I think it was just like all like playing against people. So it's just like,
That
well, it's like
I
if
will
you're learning
say
how to play soccer and then you go to play a professional team. It's just like, cool. I'm 5 years
guy
old and
bicycle
I'm
kicks
gonna.
on you. You're like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, great.
That month that we got really into Pokemon though, that was fun. Like playing cards in real life.
Oh yeah,
Driving around trying to find Pokemon cards at like 7 Walmarts.
The cool thing about that is that like, you know, you're playing with friends, but you're also like all on the same level, and you're not like randomly playing some guy that's been doing it for, you know, since the game came out, and or has just like a ton of money that they wasted. It's just not fun. And those people just like take it super seriously too. So it's just like, oh great, here we go. What else was I gonna say? There was this really good game that I played probably like 7, 8, or no, like 10 years ago or something like that. I think it was called like
a card game.
No, kind of. It was like a chess game, but like
chess game,
right? It was more similar to chess, but it was like I think it was called like Hero Academy, maybe. It was on both on Steam and on like on your phone. And if you I ended up buying it on Steam, and there was what's the name of that game with like it's Team Fortress?
Team Fortress? That is a game.
That's the one. That's the shooter, right?
Yeah, with the different classes,
and they're like cartoony looking, right?
Yeah,
so there was a
like
Team
kind of like
Fortress,
Pixar-y.
There was a Team Fortress like deck, I guess you could say, because you couldn't change the choices around. But basically, like there was a grid like a chessboard, and you would summon out your guys, right? And then there's basically all the characters from that, but then there was also like a human one, and then there was like orcs, and then there was like elves, and they each had like their specialties, but there were like healers, and but it was
this
like
isn't the one Jeff had, right? Like on the PlayStation where you play it and like you play it on an actual like mat, and it would go on the
TV. No, that was like something like that was funny. That one was cool. No, but this was like it was cool because it was turn based, right? So like you would do your turn and submit your turn, just like a mobile game, and then the other person would do their turn, and you would just slowly go through your games. But it was just cool because it was like everybody was on the same playing field because everybody had the same decks, I guess you could say. So it was just fun. It was just like it was way more balanced because you couldn't just spend a ton of money and just get a bunch of, you know, super perfect, like you couldn't build your perfect deck that like somebody else technically built, and you just copied their deck because you could, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when it gets to that level, like I don't know if that would be called the meta or whatever. Like that's when I'm like though not like the game, but like that person like is not like interesting to play with. Like for me, like if like you, me, Jeff, Jake, and stuff like got into some card game, because the idea of playing a card game kind of sounds fun, but like casually. But like if someone was like, dude, I just like, you know, sitting there reading all like game theory or whatever on it, I would just be like, dude, I don't even want to play with you. You're obviously gonna whip my ass. Like, what's the point?
Yeah. It's the same thing with like, it's all these not Pokemon, all these like battle games. And Yu-Gi-Oh's crazy now though, because like they just keep adding mechanics to Yu-Gi-Oh. Like what Yu-Gi-Oh was back in my day, is completely different than what it is now. There's just like so many like fusions and ritual things and ways to summon creatures now. It's like back in the day it was regular summon, special summon, or ritual. There was ritual that eventually came out, and that was like the last thing that I actually played with was like ritual stuff. And there was no there was fusion, but it was Hey, can you still hear us? No, he's dead. He's gone. He died.
Xander, never throw out Pokemon cards. I'm sure someone would like buy them.
Can you say something?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
It just did that thing where it disappeared. I just stood still and it came back. So
no, I had to like reconnect it.
Do you really want to get into card games, T? I'm kind of glad he left me out of that one.
T, I only left you. I only mentioned who I mentioned because I know like I've played a card game before.
He's sexist.
Like I just know, and I assume Jake has.
She said, "Of course not."
Yeah,
Dude,
see, like,
I've
I
tried
just assumed
multiple
you guys
card
would.
games and like I don't know. I tried playing Magic when I was like in high school and then my entire deck got stolen and
I
I
don't.
never bought
That's what happened
anything
with my
again.
Yu-Gi-Oh deck too. I don't. Do you remember my Yu-Gi-Oh deck got stolen, Mike?
Yeah, you think I have it at
Do
my
you
mom's
do you
house,
remember
actually.
that? It was
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. No,
it it was in high school. It got stolen out of like
dude,
my gym clothes in high school. I left it.
Mine was in
I
my
kinda
mom's
remember
car, but
this.
I think
like
you like tried
I
to
kind
help
of
me get it back because I knew who stole it. It just I couldn't prove that he stole it. You know what I mean?
that
I even went
sucks.
to like the principal and stuff, and they're like, "Well, if you can't prove it, then I can't do anything." I'm like, "Shit," you know.
let's
But
track him down right now. Let's go.
he was a bad kid, so he's probably like arrested
But like
or
I was in high school
a
and I didn't
druggie or
have
something.
money to spend like on cards, so it was just like whatever cards I got